Greetings. It is time to make the noise to summon the stream. Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome once more to the Community RPG Maker Project. If you are new here, a quick explanation. I have been building a game in RPG Maker, and I try to integrate as many ideas and suggestions, concepts, and assets as possible that anyone can submit. I have a link in the description that leads to my Discord. There's a channel there specifically dedicated to this project. On top of that, talking in chat, leaving comments on really any video of mine. I mean, all the comments I get all end up in the same tab in the studio anyway. So basically, anybody who wants to can contribute to this project to help shape it, to help change the world. We're talking characters, we're talking abilities, enemies, narrative structure, just about anything. If it can be reasonably done, and it's not just going to immediately, upend everything we've done, I will take any reasonable suggestion and do my best to integrate it. And over time, we've done a lot of that, and we've got all sorts of awesome stuff that we've gotten into this project, and I'm really proud of it. And I would really appreciate anybody who comes across this video to contribute as well in any way you can, big or small. I love the challenge of trying to make other people's ideas and visions work. On the last stream, we were working on building a probably the most complex single scene that I have ever built in RPG Maker. I do not know why all of those look like that. That really doesn't seem right. Hold on. I'm actually going to relaunch RPG Maker just to... I don't think that's really going to affect anything. They're still pulling from the right assets. Yeah, there we go. All right. So probably the biggest and most complex single scene I have ever created in RPG Maker. Basically an invasion of this town by hordes of the undead. And today, I am going to finish that event. Well, the scene itself is basically finished, aside from, bug testing. I am building a scene that follows the event where we get the rundown of what's actually happening in this city and sort of give the players their mission, their large-scale mission for this portion of the game. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. Hello, What the What? Hello, Rainbow. What asks, do you have a false Hydra model on file, or are you going to make it yourself? VR says, make a secret Among Us somewhere in the whole... I actually love that. Okay, our first suggestion, mid to long-term ideas. We are going to add a note here. Put one Amogus somewhere in the game. That's a thing we can do late at the end. We're just going to stick an Amogus somewhere in this at some point. And then what? You were asking, do you have a false Hydra model on file? Okay. So my idea for this what is actually that, just like I've been doing with the zombies, to be honest, just completely transparent, realistically, we are probably more than 3 months away from where we're actually going to be designing, a false Hydra battle. That's going to be, the big finale for this entire act of the game. And it's still going to take a long time to get there. I'm just throwing out there a guesstimate of 3 months. One of the things I want to do during those 3 months is sort of what I've been doing with soliciting zombie artwork. I want to get as many pieces of art for a false Hydra as possible from as many people, and then in the course of the battle with the false Hydra, it will just be constantly shifting between all these different types of artwork. So it'll be a very strange experience for the player. That's sort of what I'm thinking. So I will design one false Hydra model myself, and a pose from previously where I just like loaded up paint and made a shitty zombie. I'm actually going to realistically put effort into that. Like, I am actually going to produce something decent. I am not a particularly good visual artist in the sense of being able to draw or create either physically or digitally. But what skills I do have, I am going to specifically dedicate to that cause and actually take it seriously. And anyone else who also wants to submit a false Hydra image for the project, eventually it will get used, but that's a few months away. A Homer Simpson zombie for the part. If someone can submit it, if someone makes it, it will be used. So I've actually got a number of things to go through today, including we are actually adding a whole new crafting material to the crafting system, which means that we need something for every single possible combination of crafting. I've already decided exactly what those are going to be, simply because there's a few things that I want to use mechanically for this part of the game. But first things first, I really want to finish this scene. So the first thing I'm doing is designing a good chunk of dialogue. This should take a few minutes to work on, and then when this is done, I will show off the entire invasion event. How big should a sprite be? If you check my Discord, under the RPG Maker Project channel, I actually have a pinned message where it discusses all of the requirements for all the asset types that can go into the game. That's the best place to check it without me going through a bunch of like reference material right now. So the big picture idea at this point in the game is that this city has been is the victim of... Oh, you don't use Discord yet? Okay, in that case I can bring... I'll just check this for you and let you know. Let me bring up a couple examples of enemies and enemy sizes. So we're going to call this Test 1, and we're going to call this Test 2. We're going to make Test 2 like a big, scary creature, and we're going to make Test 1 like a normal-sized humanoid. So this is like a normal, regular-sized enemy. And this enemy is 174 by 202 pixels. So this is 174 by 202 pixels size. And then this one here, which takes up like a majority of the screen, is 498 by 326 pixels size. So you can see by comparison that roughly anything you want to create should fall mostly within these kind of ranges. You can do a little bit smaller, you can do a little bit bigger, but basically any enemy asset should be in this style. And just basic PNGs, transparent background will work. As for how to distribute those to me, if you don't use Discord, that's actually a better question. That's something I'll have to think of, but those are like some basic ideas. Let me go ahead and drop on a little bit of music while I just finish up this dialogue. So, as I was saying, this city has been the victim of a false Hydra. Specifically, what is going on is there is a monster in this town that is devouring people, but in the act of devouring them is causing everyone else to forget that those people exist. And they only started noticing this when the zombies hordes started attacking. And eventually the attacks were bad enough that they started like doing censuses, looking around, and this is when they realized, wait, there's a lot of places here where we don't remember anyone living, and yet clearly people have lived there and recently. And others like, okay, clearly there were more people who used to live here, and now nobody remembers what's going on. So this is where they figured it out, and they're assuming that somehow the zombies are responsible for this, or some force behind the zombies. So basically I'm doing a long line of dialogue where I am explaining that concept to the player. So let's put on some music while I work on that real quick. Do I have an account on an art website? I do not. We'll worry about that. I really want to focus on getting this before my mind starts wandering off to too many other things. Okay. Notice what? Too many houses where nobody lived. Too many homes with too few people living in them. All the signs of recent activity, but too few people. And we'll have Elena comment as well. And we can't remember who might be missing. Okay, Thatcher's just gonna be like, what? How? We'll just sort of make it like a quick explanation. We don't know. Something is taking the people of Wallachia and it seems that when it does, we all forget that they exist. Okay. We have started doing regular census checks after each zombie attack. written records, at least, do not seem to be affected. The losses have slowed, but not stopped. Okay. So our character has a reaction. Malter be like, and you've lost 1,000 people this way? And the captain can admit, we aren't entirely sure, but we think so. Something terrible is happening here. And we don't even know how to properly fight back. Okay. Can we do something from Ryu where, like, he wants to help, or... Okay. A silence, and then a light bulb. Links in YouTube are offered and held for review or blocked, but Quill should be able to find it. Yeah, basically anything that's held, it'll... Unless it's just automatically deleted, I'll still be able to find it. Probably. Or at least I can let you know if it doesn't work. Okay. So... Malter needs to turn left. Malter, turn left. Player, turn down. I always like to save a lot because every once in a while, RPG Maker will crash. And if it does, you can lose a lot of progress. Okay. And Thatch will be like, you want to help? And... yeah, music note works for kind of like a gentle ascent. Malter can say something... what should he say? A paranoia hard save every few minutes is worth a spontaneous crash after an hour. You're damn right it is. Alright, we can't just let this go on. Then they all face up again. We go turn up. Malter, turn up. Granny's already facing up. And Thatcher will say, what can we do? The fitness game pace attack is a physical running activity. I don't quite know what that means. I was hoping you'd ask. Most of us are needed to keep the city safe. Take Elena with you and start looking around. Try to find anything that might help uncover what is going on in Wallachia and put a stop to it. And we'll drop an Elena line here. There you are. I finished one version of the Among Us. I'm working on the side view. No, one is probably fine, honestly. We'll figure this out, Captain. And we'll save the city. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll have our movement. So Thatcher moves up and turns invisible without a wait command. Malter moves left. Malter moves left. Turns invisible. And the event Elena, who starts here, needs to move down, right, right. Okay. Move down, right, right. Turn transparent. This one we wait on. And then once that is done, we quickly fade out. We change the player followers to on. We turn on the next switch. Specifically, Wallachia mission brief on. And then we fade in the screen. Okay. So each of these needs to have through on so they can travel through the player. Whoops. Right. Phase 3 on. Phase 3 on. Brief off. Brief off. Through on. Through on. Brief off. So this auto runs. So is the Among Us an overworld secret or a rare encounter like a shiny Pokemon? Because if so, I have an origami Among Us lying around. You're welcome to submit that as well if you want. We'll figure it out. We'll find a way to make it work. Okay. Good. That is done. So, I think I can now show off the entire Undead Invasion event. Hopefully. Let's show the event, and we will make notes as we need to troubleshoot. Please keep in mind the enemies themselves are not fully done. More variation, more actions are going to be added to the enemies. Mostly I just wanted the scene itself to function. There is a boss fight. It's got a main mechanic that should work. It'll be expanded. I'll keep working on that in between streams, but for right now, the main focus is to make sure that the scene works. Are these the ones you mentioned? Oh. Yes, this is them. They said that they are getting the Pepsi portation grid up and running again. You can fix the grid? Already got it done, ma'am. Excellent. We can begin bringing in reinforcements immediately. Elena, start sending messengers to call for aid. Yes, sir. What the hell is going on here? Things are not good in Wallachia. The Undead have been besieging the city for weeks, but with the grid down and the storms in the tundra, we have been unable to call for help. Captain! The Undead come once more! Damn it! Relentless bastards. Go, gather anyone who can fight. At once! Can you fight? What? You look capable enough. Get your butts outside and assemble in the plaza. I think we just got drafted. Well, we might as well help. Okay. Are the evacuations complete? Yes, sir. The civilians have been gathered at the temple. Sergeant, take your unit and hold the southern gate. At once! Let's go! Corporal, take my unit and begin setting up our defenses at the east gate. I will join you shortly. Yes, sir. Hey, quit shoving. Priestess. Okay, so they should start moving before Malter says anything. Okay. Corporal unit should start moving before Malter's dialogue box opens. Priestess, take one of my officers and wait with the civilians. Make sure you log them all. Of course. I'll be praying for your victory. We all will. Elena, you're with the dragon. Take the south gate. You other two, you're with me. Let's go. Don't just stand there. We have to get going. Can you breathe fire? Fire has proven to be an effective method. You can? That's perfect. Okay, change the breathe fire emote to music note? Okay, so now we're in the battle. So here's the battle going on at the East Gate. Not bad. That all looks good. I'm going to need to add something to block access north and east. Add access block to the north, or west. The north and the west. Alright, let's check Southgate, make sure it works. We definitely want to remove that save point. I was just using that for testing. So, meanwhile at Southgate... Good. We've still got a lot of interactivity. Get in there and destroy these things. That looks good. Here we have the well-rendered zombie, the high pixel count zombie, and the giant zombie hand. My Justice Punch will rip apart the undead. My Lucky Slash can be a little unreliable, but it can also turn the tide of battle. Okay. Adjust the timing of Elena's Tutorial 1 dialogue. Fire Breath works good. We've got Prayer, Lucky Slash, and Justice Punch. Justice Punch is tough as hell. Okay. Good. Good. The battle music and the new victory sound effect are right. Zombie 2. These things can be pretty tough. I can pray to increase my defenses and protect my allies more effectively. It can be pretty exhausting keeping that up for too long, though. Okay, that's fine. Ryu can go for Fire Breath. Good, 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 good. Elena's going to activate Prayer. So now she's more likely to get attacked, but she also dodges incoming attacks and counterattacks automatically. And anything that does manage to hit her will do less damage because she's got more defense. Perfect. So that's Elena's Prayer, and it passively costs 10% of her SP per turn every time she does that. So that seems to be working. Turn down that volume in my ear. Okay. A Zalter Zeit zombie? That's a pretty good idea. Not bad! Elena, get up here, quick! The captain is in trouble. Take my spot on the line. Okay. At once. So this blocks the path so that we can't go down there and get soft locked behind the zombie line. That works. Okay. Now Phase 2 has started. So the Phase 2 south line... Oh. Okay, we need to adjust the chimney tile set. So we can't walk on it. Because right now I can walk on the chimneys. So now the south gate looks like this, which is perfectly fine. Everything good here? So far. Oh. 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 Okay, that's actually gonna be, that's actually gonna break the event. That should not be functioning like that. That is supposed to only activate when Phase 3 is good. Yes, because this one activates Phase 3. Okay, and while we're here, we will also make some fixes here. Hey, quit shoving. Yeah. Okay. So the Malter dialogue is moved. Change the breathe fire emote. From an exclamation to a music note. Otherwise, we can do the shift into fire form, and we can test that. Remove the invasion save point, since I was just using that for testing. Adjust the timing of Elena's tutorial 1 dialogue. My Justice Punch will rip apart the undead. And then at the end of turn 2, she'll talk about her lucky slash. And we need to make sure that we can't walk on that chimney. So we're just in the basic outside. There we go. Don't want to be able to walk on any of those. So that's taken care of. And now we need to add to block access to the north and the west. So I've already got an access block that I am using, and I should test that as well. Okay, we really don't need another page on it. We don't need that. The player is going to move right. We wait for that. Then we have a line from Elena. Don't be a coward. We have to do our part. Okay. That should be enough to prevent access west. And now we prevent access north. I know there's a lot of like places without doors. I just haven't put like all the doors in yet. I'll get around to fixing that as I actually build up the city. Okay. That should be fine. Before we get going, let's make sure that the city blocks still work. I haven't actually tested these. Okay. So those should not be activating on touch. Okay. Fix those real quick. This is East Guard. So this needs to be East Guard. This needs to be East Guard. Add 2 movements to the left and then gather followers. When the invasion is over, those deactivate. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You need to activate on action button, but you don't actually need to force the player to move in that case. That should be fine. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You only activate on touch. No, not that. That's fine. Invasion over. Be careful out there. That's fine. Okay. Delete the old ones. So East Guard for here will turn left. Instead of moving left, the player will move up, gather followers, and then South Guard will turn down. And we need to name this so I even know which event I am trying to reference here. Okay. No. South Guard, turn left, event, South Guard, turn down, and copy that over here. And on this one, the South Guard will turn right. Good. And here, East Guard turns up. And here, East Guard turns down. Doors are illegal in this culture? Nah, I just haven't done all the interiors yet. Made the Amogus NPC? That's wonderful. Thank you, Rainbow. Alright, let's go test this now. Oh, right. Hold on. Huge thing I forgot to do. Holy crap. Right. Okay. Elena can now use exercise. And specifically, we teach that skill to Elena. Elena learns exercise. I'm pretty sure exercise is properly classified right now. It is. Save. Okay. Let's do better. Yeah, I'm not on Twitter at all. Alright, let's test this. Okay. So, regular dialogue. Good. Good. Okay, those all work. Those all work just like I wanted. Okay. And... okay. So, Eastguard directions need to be swapped. That's fine, though. Let's move on to the next bit of thing. Back to testing the invasion event. Alright, we're just going to mash through the dialogue. Hold on. Actually, I did forget to do one more thing. Let's put Ryu into non-Red Dragon form, just to test the other way the event can go, where Elena's like, hey, can you breathe fire? And then Ryu goes into Red Dragon form. No reason not to test multiple things simultaneously. Okay. We go in. Whoops. Okay. Okay, these guys all need through active in their movement so that they can actually step onto these. And since we're out of the menu again, Eastguard has to turn up here. And Eastguard has to turn down here. Alright, back to testing. All of this is mostly just dealing with the incredible complexity of the scene that I built, where I'm having like multiple phases with dozens of things on screen interacting simultaneously. It definitely takes a while to make something that big function, and it's going to be a while before I build anything that complicated again. Okay, we're good. Alright, soldiers all go into the right place. Corporal, take my unit and begin setting up our forces at Eastgate. I'll join you shortly. Yes, sir. Hey, quit shoving. Perfect. So he moves per. Priestess, take one of my officers. Wait with the civilians. I did not change again. Oh my god. I want to run this whole thing as few times as possible. Okay. Keep going. And again, the actual zombies themselves, their stats are still going to get adjusted. They're going to have more abilities. The actual battles will be more complex than what we are seeing here. But that's something I can easily dial in a little bit more on my own. And people have already given some suggestions relevant to that. I just want to make sure everything we've got here functions. Don't just stand there, we have to get going. Can you breathe fire? Fire has proven to be an effective method. And we dragon shift red. Wow, that should be perfect. Good. Don't be a coward, we have to do our part. Don't be a coward, we have to do our part. Don't be a coward, we have to do our part. Don't be a coward, we have to do our part. Don't be a coward, we have to do our part. All of that functions. The Pepsi shop door we need to change. Okay. Make the Pepsi shop door inaccessible and use as a base for other interior blocks. That's an easy thing to fix. Alright, so we head south. Alright, so the tutorial timing should be a bit better now. Okay. Good. Guard. My Justice Punch will rip apart the undead. Good. The fight will be adjusted so that it won't be able to end before you get this dialogue. My Lucky Slash can be a little unreliable, but it can also turn the tide of battle. Good. That functions. The timing has been adjusted. Change South Phase 1 zombies to action button activation. This whole fight is going to be over in 2 fire breaths, so that's fine. But we'll go with the prayer. Rainbow, I see I have a notification that you posted something. I'm assuming that's probably going to be the asset you designed. I will check that after I am done with the testing. Well, thank you very much for your contribution. And hello there, War General! We are showing off the invasion event, which I've basically got finished now. Okay. This is the new crafting material that I have added, a Necrid Heart. A festering, rotted heart filled with dark magic. This is the new crafting material. Okay, so we move up north. And so this is how things are here. Maybe I was a little overzealous with my firebolts. Yeah, you think? Here, this Pepsi will have you back on your feet in no time. Phase 2 is working pretty good. We need support. The phase 2 timing, I mean, the timings are never going to be perfect, but it's close enough. They just keep coming. Ugh! You'll be alright, lady. Just step back for a minute. Elena, relieve the captain. Okay, so we move in. We have 2 giant zombie hands. Even if you post them on your Twitter, I won't be able to see them since I don't log in with Twitter, unfortunately. Okay, 2 fire breaths. Okay. All together attack. So they move in, finish it off, Elena. We go in. South is still working like it should. The phase 3 trigger is not working yet, which it shouldn't be. That's good. Here's the headless zombies I designed last time. Okay. We really should have more hearts by this point. Adjust Necrid heart drop rate. Good, good, good. Okay. Eastgate is secure. Elena, move to reinforce the south. Yes, sir. So we move over there. This is all inaccessible like it should be. Okay. So that event should not function a second time, and it does soft lock. I am glad we did that. Does it not turn on the self switch? Oh my god. I set up this whole thing so that it specifically wouldn't do that, but then I never actually had it turn on the self switch to stop it from happening. Okay. That's fine. So there's a little bit of a flash when this happens. Ugh. Turn down, turn down. Okay. Okay. I think the best way to do it is like that. So that way she turns down before she does the jump. That looks a little bit better. We wanted to adjust the drop rate for the Necrid hearts. I'm surprised how few of them we're getting. So we're going to make the drop rates just 1 in 6. And make sure the Pepsi shop doors are inaccessible. So we're just going to say the door is locked shut. Okay. And we're just going to name that door. Okay. That's fine. Go back in. Yeah, there's a lot to test here. Whew. But it's not surprising. This is the biggest event, not just in this project, but this is the biggest, most complex event I've ever designed in RPG Maker. I mean, as far as a scene goes. I mean, the mini games I have built are like 5 levels of complexity beyond this. Okay. Keep it going. I did not change the zombies. But that's not something I'll have to fix again. Come to think of it, for the purposes of testing, we're going to add a debug code to just deal like 9,999 damage to the enemies. Alright, first person in chat who gives me a 3-digit number. That will be the debug code I use to just kill the entire enemy party. Who will be the first to give me a 3-digit code? 321. 321 came up just a little before you, what? Okay, 321. Max damage to all enemies. And we will make a note to actually build that code. Create debug code 321. But 420 came in second. So the upgrading Ryu debug code is going to be 420. Whoops. And we'll make a note to create debug code 420. Thank you. As the complexity of the project increases, it gets more and more specific, the sort of things that I need to actually do for the purposes of debugging. Alright, so we should see a lot of Necrid Hearts at this point. Like, they're a 1 in 6 chance of dropping. Yeah, that's 2 Necrid Hearts on that one fight. That's perfect. Yep, you can pray. We don't need you to pray, though. 2 fire breaths kills them. Okay. You know, at some point, I am going to have to actually design, like, more interiors and NPCs for this darn city. We make Necrid Hearts farmable from random encounters. Yeah, it's not going to be hard to get Necrid Hearts. They're going to be used fairly regularly in crafting. Okay. So, now the Phase 2 transition. Okay, so she gets knocked over. Elena, relieve the captain. Captain relief Phase 2. Animation is a bit awkward. I'll have to check that, see how I can fix it. Okay. So this shouldn't do that again. It doesn't. Good. We need support. Okay, that's fine. It's fine if she keeps the same dialogue. Alright, that's pretty good. All together attack. Those first 2 zombies are beaten. Finish it off. We shouldn't be able to step onto chimneys anymore either. So that's good. We can't walk on vents. That's good. The lower area is working like it should. Okay, I have to adjust the cracks. Adjust passage on cracks for tile set. Tree's working okay, though. Okay. It's not that the asset's that transparent. It's really just a matter that I basically added some stuff to the regular city tile set, and the stuff that I added for like decorations to go on top of the basic tiles, they have their own sets, their own like thing that's determining whether you can walk on them or not. And those will supersede the layer below them. And by default, they're all on. Eastgate secure. Elena moved to reinforce the south. Okay. So now we head south. And we see that the south looks like this. Alright, chat, I hope you're ready, because we are on a new thing. All of this is stuff that I have not shown off. This is all stuff I built after the last stream. Everything good here? So far. But you know what happens when enough of these things go down. Yeah, should be any moment now. There! What the hell? These things don't know how to die. The flesh just keeps on moving. Okay, so we're going to make an adjustment. Sergeant and officer look down before the animation. Can you handle this, Elena? I'm afraid I'm rather at my limit. Yes, sir. Oh, we'll help too. And here is the boss, the zombie flesh puddle. First things first. Restores 1/3 of maximum stamina. Ryu's gonna need that. Yeah, just go with the fire breath. I don't know about this boss, but the thing is, it regenerates. It regenerates a lot. In fact, it regenerates so much that there's basically nothing you can do about it. Okay. So, just let it run for a sec. Okay, so we're going to move Elena boss dialogue 1 turn sooner. This thing will just keep regenerating unless we stop it. Here, use these bombs to curse it and cripple its ability to heal. Elena gave you 10 cursed bombs. I can always exorcise away any curses it uses on us, too. Just make sure we can heal while it can't, and we got this. Elena can now use exercise. So, we use the cursed bombs, deals mild darkness damage to all enemies, and curses this. And when you're cursed, you're basically all effects that heal you, except for just like HP draining, which I can't make work with it. But when you are cursed, you only get 5% of any healing that you receive. So it is a very crippling ability, and Curse is absolutely necessary for enemies like this that have high regeneration, which is going to be something for some of the zombies. Why is that green? Check Exor size cost. I think that might be asking for a resource that I'm not using. But luckily we do have the Justice Punch, which is going to be very powerful. Thatcher... Firebolt is... I don't know. Is Firebolt or Ice Storm going to be better here? Definitely Ice Storm. We can go with Enrichment just to earn more. So at this point, it's really a damage race. Luckily, it is regenerating substantially less than it was. Okay. Go for the Justice Punch. Thatcher, why don't you go for an Ice Storm? Yeah, that is so much more. More Fire Breath. Okay. It's not attacking. So I think the fact that I am using commands to force it to do a regenerate action every turn is superseding its ability to take actions on its own. I can fix that, but it's not something I'll do right now. Mostly I just want to check that the mechanic works. Okay, that's fine. Fix the zombie boss so it actually does stuff. Curse is going pretty good. What if Amogus is a helper? I mean, that's definitely a possibility. I think I gave this thing something like 8,000 health. Yeah, it's definitely not doing anything else. Let's go with a Frostbite. We can get some damage over time on it. Okay. Alright, it's no longer cursed. We absolutely want it to be cursed before the next round of turns ends. So, Malter... I am out of cursed bombs. Why am I out of cursed bombs? Did I only set it to give me one bomb? Oh dear God. Fix the zombie boss so it actually does stuff. Reduce max HP to 6,000. We'll just put it at like 5,000. Make sure it actually gives you 10 cursed bombs and not one. This might not be winnable. Because it's going to start regenerating 1,600 a turn. Okay. Alright, so the zombie boss is going to take a lot. What if you press a combination on your keyboard and Among Us helper summons? can't quite do that since this is meant to be doable in a mobile interface. But I can definitely come up with something that is an analog of that in order to make it possible. Okay, so that was the zombie flesh puddle boss. I mean, I still have to do a lot of fixing to the boss. I'm not going to focus on that today. Whew, finally. East Gate is secure. Same here. All enemy forces have been eliminated. No meaningful losses to report. Captain moves down 3 extra spaces at the end of phase 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 extra spaces down. That's fine. All enemy forces have been eliminated. No meaningful losses to report. Is that so? I mean, it's alright. Have your men start checking for any stragglers and begin the census. At once, Captain. What the hell is going on around here? We won, right? Why do you still seem so on edge? You haven't briefed them? No, sir. No, sir. There hasn't been an opportunity. I see. Well, you're still the first reinforcements we've had in weeks. You'll have to do for now. Huh? Follow me. We need to talk. Okay. And then we transition back into the temple. We need to turn direction fix off on the captain. Turn direction fix off for briefing captain. Do you know how many people live in Wallachia? What? Please just answer. It might... Oh, we also need to re-tent the screen. Okay. Change the screen tent when re-entering the temple. Might be really important. It's about 5,000, isn't it? What would the effect be? A chaotic neutral event where it can heal you, heal the enemy, damage you, inflict double debuffs on the enemy. Ooh, I kind of like that idea. Okay, put one Amoga somewhere in the game. It might do a task to help you. Or it might be the imposter and try to kill you. It's about 5,000, isn't it? I see. Thank you. And yes, you are right. This city can accommodate about 5,000 people. So why did you ask? Okay, she paces again. Because there are only about 4,000 living here right now. You've lost 1,000 people? We're not entirely sure. I don't understand. You should start from the beginning, Captain. Yes, you're right. It was about 2 months ago when the first horde of undead attacked the city. They were not particularly difficult to repel, in all honesty. Not a single person died in the battle, though there were a few serious injuries. The attacks continued. Every few days, another mass of zombies throwing themselves onto our blades. A month ago, there was a particularly chaotic battle. The zombies managed to get quite far into the city. It took a while to force them out, and then we had to go door to door looking for anybody who needed help. That's when we started to notice it. Notice what? Too many houses where nobody lived. Too many homes with too few people living in them. All the signs of recent activity, but too few people. And we can't remember who might be missing. What? How? We don't know. Something is taking the people of Wallachia, and it seems that when it does, we all forget that they exist. We've started doing regular census checks after each zombie attack. Written records, at least, do not seem to be affected. The losses have slowed, but not stopped. And you've lost 1,000 people this way? We aren't entirely sure, but we think so. Something terrible is happening here. and we don't even know how to properly fight back. You want to help? We can't just let this go on. What can we do? I was hoping you'd ask. Most of us are needed to keep this city safe. Take Elena with you and start looking around. Try to find anything that might help uncover what is going on in Wallachia and put a stop to it. We'll figure this out, Captain, and we'll save the city. Okay. And we've got our full team. We've got the proper dialogue here. Okay, so a little bit of dialing in to do, but for the most part, that is the invasion event finished, more or less. What's your opinion on googly eyes? Absolutely, I love googly eyes. Alright, so we've got a lot of stuff to actually fix here. Yes, phone, I know you want to talk to me. Okay, direction fix we turn off. We're going to add a little bit more movement here. We have the captain move left, just for a little bit of dialogue. Then they move right. Notice what? And then the captain will move left and turn down. Elena will move one step to the right here, which means that we need, yeah, one less screen of movement there. We aren't entirely sure. Okay. No, that should be move left and then turn down in that order. Malter will turn left at this point. Elena is going to do a little jump here because it's cute. Okay. That's all fine. So we turned the direction fix off for the briefing captain. We added a little bit more movement to the phase. So when the screen is faded out, we are going to adjust the screen tint back to normal. Change the screen tint when re-entering the temple. Yes. The captain, 1, 2, 3, moves down 3 extra spaces. Now a few things in the database. Exercise, yes. I had it set to a TP cost instead of an MP cost, so she wouldn't have even been able to use that at all. As far as the boss goes, it did only give you 1 cursed bomb. No, we need 10 of them. The zombie flesh puddle, we're going to move down to 5,000 HP. Yes. We got that done. The Elena boss dialogue we want to happen one turn earlier. Good. Sergeant officer look down before the animation. Keeps on moving. Okay. So we need the officer and the sergeant to turn down when we start the animation. That's fine. That's better. Adjust the passage cracks on the tile set. Yes. Yes. I had completely forgotten that one. Okay. There we go. No more passage on the cracks. Honestly, while I'm here, I really should just, like, adjust all of these other things as well. The gates, these are fine to pass under, which is what the star does. Do-do-do-do, no, no, no. Those are fine, but you can only move through them up and down. Okay. Can't move there, can't move there. Oh my god, just look. Look at how many things I never bothered adjusting after putting on this tile set. Nope, 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 no, 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 no. No, no. No, 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 no. That's all fine. Bridge bottoms, no to those. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Fine, no, 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 no. Fine, fine, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. So that tile set has all been fixed. Next, the Captain Relief Phase 2 animation is still a little bit awkward. Yes, it is. So the Captain turns off her direction fix, turns down, turns off the stepping animation, turn off the walking animation. So she turns down, she jumps back. So at that point, she looks like... Oh! No, that's right, that's right. So she should default to the center one. We can just... fix that. Okay. And then Malter moves... E-Cap B... We are not going to change the way they look. But we are going to turn on the direction fix and move left. That should be fine. Last one, change the South Phase 1 zombies so that they activate on action button instead of event touch. That's that. Did you fix the eye fight? I'm starting to. Okay. So, can we add a conditional where it's based on the turn? No, I can't. Okay. So, I'm basically going to have to manually set all of its commands if I want it to do this, like, regeneration every turn. That's a little annoying, but it's okay. So, the first thing we will do is force the zombie to attack a random target and then regenerate. Yeah, that'll be fine. So turn 2 and every 5 turns after that, we will also have it use Cursed Blood. But we won't order it to do another Dark Regeneration, because it will still try to activate that one. Okay, that's enough for right now. Then we need debug codes. Yes. Debug codes. Debug kill everything. And it's going to do HP damage of 99999 with no variance, and it can't critical hit. And all it will say is explosion, all enemies, only done on the battle screen. That's fine. Okay. So where are my debug options? Okay. So if the debug code is 321, then it'll cast Explosion. And it will force Ryu to use the Explosion skill on random, which is all enemies, dealing max damage. And we'll give it a cool animation just because it should have one. There we go. Explosion. And that is debug code 321. And since I'm doing these in numerical order, we'll put that to code 4911, or 491. Okay. That's fine. Ryu upgraded for code 420. And it will run the common event dragon buff, which upgrades Ryu's scales and claws. Okay, so debug code 420 is also now active. Okay, cool. Next thing, we are going to add the new crafting options. Oh boy. So if crafting ID 1 is 80, 81, 82, 90, 95, the Necrid Heart is event number 83. So event 83, we are going to jump to label 6, I guess. Okay, so this is Necrid Heart ID 83 label 6. Okay. There we go. So I do have the orders already decided for this crafting. So the heart and the heart makes the cursed bomb. Heart and water makes blood soda. Heart and flavor makes monster bait. Heart and crystal makes a preserved heart. The heart and the ore makes a vile crown. And then the vile raiment is the heart and the hide. So, vile raiment, and now I have to make the actual logic for it in label 6. So we're looking for the end of label 3. Hold on. I've got so many damn things here. Okay, jump to label end. Alright, this is the end, so I want to put this here. So this is label 6. So if crafting ID 2 is 80, that's the blood soda. Okay. So this is blood soda crafted. We might as well put the other triggers on here now. Blood soda crafted. Preserved. No. The monster bait crafted. The preserved heart crafted. Yeah, the vile crown. Vile crown crafted. Vile raiment crafted. Cursed bomb crafted. Yeah, so that's all of them. So for this one, if blood soda has been crafted, then it will ask, craft blood soda? Yes, no, how many will you craft? It will check. Alright. That is a double check. What I want to do is run the regular check. Okay, I'm gonna need like a whole. Yeah, I'm gonna need this whole thing. This one's really best for when you have 2 of them. So if crafting ID 2 is 83, that's when you'll do that. This one we're going to put here with another recipe break after it. Okay. That's fine. So I guess first we are checking with the cursed bomb crafted. Craft cursed bombs. I did my best to make this crafting system completely modular to add new stuff. And it is. But that being said, it still requires, like, a bit of interaction. So the number of Necrid hearts, it checks. Craft how many times 2? Multi-craft. Yes, that is accurate. So then we would remove 2 Necrid hearts. And we would add a cursed bomb. You discovered the recipe for making cursed bombs. Then we turn on the cursed bomb recipe and jump to the end. If they want to multi-craft, however, then change that, divide by 2. We add that many cursed bombs. You crafted variable cursed bombs. What are those? Crafting ID. On through that. And this 67 through 69. Okay, yeah, those don't need to be adjusted. Okay, so the Necrid Heart has been handled. There. Hold on. Right. That's recipe break. This is label break 6. So if the crafting ID 2 is 0, that's bubbling water. And this is where we ask craft blood soda. If the blood soda crafted is on, multi-check 1 is looking at the number of Necrid Hearts. Multi-check 2 Hold on. No, I messed something up. Right, okay, I'm remembering how I built this now. The lower ID is always the one that gets checked. So, I can actually delete this whole section here. Okay. Because label 1 is every recipe with bubbling water. Because bubbling water will always be the lowest. So that's crafting 80, 81, 82, and then it jumps to 90. So this is where I want to put that. Right, okay. So if crafting ID 2 is 83, then we check if blood soda crafted is true. Then we ask craft blood soda. How many will you craft? You put that in. Never mind. Because that one, it's trying to check the double. We don't want it to check the double. Here we go. Okay. So if crafting ID 2 is 83, then we check if blood soda crafted, craft blood soda. I'm just trying to make this very, very consistent. It's just been a while since I actually modified my my crafting recipes. So I'm going to put a bunch of comments at the top indicating exactly how this works and how to do it. To add new crafting recipes. Create a new label for the new material. Add new recipes into their respective labels. Lowest material ID first. Be sure to differentiate between between 2-ingredient and 1-ingredient recipes. There we go. Okay. So we are on crafting ID 3. Blood soda, how many will you craft? Check the number of bubbling water. Second one, checking the number of necrid hearts. Don't have enough materials, don't have enough materials. Results are unknown. Decrease the necrid hearts. Increase the number of blood soda. You have discovered the recipe for making blood soda. Then we turn on the switch for blood soda crafted. And with multi-crafting, we decrease the number of necrid hearts. We increase the number of blood soda by the number of craft how many. You crafted blank number of blood soda. Okay, there we go. Now this works. So that is the blood soda, blood soda. So now we move on to where the first ID is 81. So 82. And then this one is 90, but before we go to 90, we go to our own 83. And this one is monster bait. Crafted on, yes. Craft monster bait. Yes, no. Item 1. This time we are checking flavor packets. Okay. And if you don't know the result, we change the number of flavor packets by 1. And the monster bait is actually an accessory. So we increase by 1. You've discovered the recipe for making monster bait. And then we adjust the recipe or turn on the switch for having made monster bait. Change the number of bubbling water to flavor packets. Change armors, increase by the number of craft how many. And monster bait, increased by craft how many. You created that many monster bait. And there we go. That is the 83. So monster bait, those are done. Now, label 6. Starts with the curse bombs. Curse bomb crafted, yes. How many? Necrid hearts. Necrid heart -2. Curse bomb +1. Recipe for curse bombs. Otherwise, necrid heart minus craft how many. Curse bombs plus craft how many. You crafted curse bombs. Okay, Good. Good. So now I'm going to take all of this, all of label 6, and I'm actually going to put it at the end of label... at the end of label 3. Because this is all label 82. Yeah, this is label 2. This is label break 3 for 82. Okay, so right here, that label breaks to label 4. But for the sake of consistency, we're going to keep the order right here. So that's crafting idea. Will you make the Mungus today? No. No, I'm not going to make the Mungus today. My primary goal is to get all this stuff working. Okay, so this is recipe break. And this had a recipe break as well. This is label 6. Alright. So this is going to be for 90 and 95. Okay. So if crafting ID 2 is 90... you know... $90 is Beasthide. So, Beasthide... Oh, I didn't do the candied crystals in label 3. That's fine, but label 83... That's fine. So we're on B-side, which is Vile Raiment. Craft Vile Raiment? Yes, no. How many will you craft? The first check is now going to be for Necrid Heart. And the second check is now going to be for Beasthide. Okay. Not the Monster Bait switch. Specifically, we want the Vile Crown on... So this decreases the number of Necrid Hearts. Then decreases the number of Beasthides. And this adds the armor... the Vile Raiment. There we go. Well, the Mungus, I don't even know where we're going to put it yet, or exactly how it's going to mechanically function. So, it's on the list to get done in the future, but it's not going to be a focus for today's stream. You discovered the recipe for making Vile Raiments. And then we turn on the switch for Vile Raiment Crafted. And then if we multi-craft, again, we are making Vile Raiment. We take away Necrid Hearts and Beasthides. You crafted blank Vile Raiment. Okay. So, Vile Raiment. Vile Raiment. What? That is very wrong. I am actually going to remove this whole thing. We're going to insert a column here, paste this here. It's Blood Soda, Monster Bait, Preserved Heart, Vile Raiment, Vile Hound, Cursed Bomb, Bait, Preserved Heart, Bait, Vile Raiment, Vile Crown. That is right. We're going to remove this. Going to put this here. Blood Soda, Monster Bait, Preserved Heart, Cursed Bomb, Vile Raiment, Vile Crown. Perfect. Alright. The labels don't necessarily need to be in exact order, but I really want the ID values to be. Okay. So, I did not get around to this one. There we go. We did not do the label 3 with the candied crystals. So this is the flavor packet label. That's ID 82. Okay. This is ID 83. And this one is specifically for the Preserved Heart. Craft a Preserved Heart. Yes, no. How many will you craft? First ingredient on this one is the candied crystals. Decrease the candied crystals. Bill, give you a preserved heart. You discovered the recipe for making preserved hearts. Turn on the switch for preserved heart crafted. And if you multi-craft, again, candied crystals, necrid hearts, give you that many preserved hearts. You crafted that many preserved hearts. Parentheses. Okay, that's preserved heart, preserved heart. So, all that leaves is the Vile Crown. Alright, so, big important thing here. We're going to make the label breaks a hell of a lot bigger to easily find them. That's label 2. That's label 3. And then we go into label 6, where we have 83, we have 90, so I just need 91. There we go. It's just going to be a lot quicker to find these as I go through the list. There we go. So that's label 2. Label 3. So I need one more to reach label 6. Perfect. And this was the 90. perfect. So this is if the crafting ID 2 is 91, which is bottle cap ore. Then we check if the vile crown has been crafted. If it has, we craft a vile crown. And we check bottle cap ore. We decrease bottle cap ore. We give a vile... Okay, that should say vile crown, not vile hood. Discovered the recipe for making vile crowns. Turn on the switch for crafting vile crowns. Otherwise, check the bottle cap ore. Change that. The vile hood, even though it's not a hood. We've established this. We've crafted that many vile crowns. Okay. And the crafting system has now been updated. That is always a chore to do, but mostly it's because I didn't have my stuff actually properly done. So this is not the vile hood. This is a vile crown. A crown woven with dark magic. What kind of looks good for a crown? That's good enough. Okay, so let me show you the new stuff that we can craft now. First off, the Vile Crown. They've got pretty decent defense. They can be worn by anybody but Ryu. And they stop the wearer from being affected by that new curse effect. So it stops them from being cursed and having, you know, healing on them basically crippled. The Vile Raiment. Again, a nice piece of armor that basically anybody can wear. It cuts the damage that you take from Darkness Elemental stuff by half. And then, as far as the other things we've got, Blood Soda. It drains half your max HP, but recovers half of your stamina. The Preserved Heart is a craftable revival item, but it only recovers you with 1 HP, which is significantly less good than the Diet Pepsi that just restores half your health. And then the Curse Bombs we already saw, deals mild darkness damage to all enemies and curses them. And the last thing I didn't show off was the accessory you can build, the Monster Bait. A magical amulet that causes the wearer to be targeted more often by enemies. So, if you wear this, enemies are going to target you more often. So, the crafting has been updated. We actually have the whole thing working now. I am going to have to add a command here just to adjust the tint of the screen, just for the purposes of my save file here. There we go. So, as you can see, the reason that I didn't solicit specifically which items were going to be crafted this time is because I wanted some very particular effects. I wanted armor that can block darkness. I wanted armor that can block curse. I wanted to have a little bit more options for healing stuff that you could create purely by farming enemies. So, we've got the blood soda, we've got the preserved hearts, and the cursed bombs, which of course works on, to stop enemy regeneration. Got any particular points of interest in mind for Wallachia? Well, there's been a ton of interest in specifically one of these graves up in the graveyard. You're going to move and go down and enter into like catacombs. That's one thing that people have been very interested in. Holy magic and anti-undead stuff. We've got that taken care of. There's like a whole there's like a whole bunch of stuff relating to like an underground area, and like some general story stuff for Wallachia. Aside from that, as far as like the outside of the town goes, like this whole archipelago, no, not really. Not really any established ideas here at all. I also think we're really not doing anything with that, so we can take that off the map. I think that is about all that I wanted to do for today. Let me take a look here. See the new... Nope. Stop that. Oh, yeah. There's the Amogus. Okay. So I am grabbing the Amogus, and I will work on getting that integrated. Check the Discord, see if anything else got posted in the meanwhile. Yeah, there's the Amogus sprite. We got that. We got that. Got that. Okay, got that. Yeah, I think that is going to be about it for today's stream. Honestly, the project is in a decent condition here. I think it's in a good enough position yeah, I think it's in a good enough position that I am ready to make the next version of it to go out. So here in the deployment folder, and call that update. Exclude the unused files. Okay, make that. Okay, that's all fine. Move all of this into a new zip file. There we go. And let's see if I can't update the public distribution of it while I'm just sitting here waiting. Yep, let's move to my project here. Okay. Edit this. The Undead Invasion update for the Community RPG Maker project. Yeah, that's... will you work with like a proper zip file? Let's see. It's always a pain to make this work. Okay. Okay. Whoop. Just fiddling with some stuff over here. Because I don't... If I am remembering this, it did not like very much when I used a RAR file instead of a zip for reasons I cannot possibly understand. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll make this work. If not, I'll just quickly get it uploaded after the stream, after I can just make a zip file instead of this. I think itch.io really only wants to work with the let's see. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Does that work? That is a very good question. No, going to have to go in and fix that. Yeah, because it'll play in the browser, but only if I actually use a zip file. Okay. That's fine. I can fix that. What was I using to make zip files before? Delete those. I was using something. Oh, screw it. Okay. Oh, right. I literally just right-click. I literally just right-click and say compress to, and it offers a zip. Oh my god, that was so stupidly easy. That was so darn easy to do. My viewership went up. How did my viewer numbers went up since I was trying to figure out how to just upload the updated zip file to itch? Oh my god. I really don't feel like that's the exciting content, but apparently that's what people really, really wanted to watch today. Okay. So we got that uploaded. That's the one that will be played in the browser. I also want to make sure that I have a Windows available one just for the sake of download. Yes, delete that. That's fine. Okay, we made a distribution package. Delete that. Okay. And grab all of this and compress that to a zip. Because again, now I actually remembered how to do that, and it is very easy to do. Okay. The Undead Invasion update lets players continue to reach the city of Wallachia, see the Undead Invasion there, and get a new character. There is nothing else really there at this time. Wallachia and its fights are 90% done, but not yet how they will be in a finished state. Debug item. In the starting room, you can grab a book, and it will let you input debug codes. Here are the current codes. Expect using these to break the game. And we will put in the currently active debug codes into the documentation. Okay, the compression is done. This is the downloadable game. So we are going to upload that folder. Deployment. Download new project. Downloadable. Okay. Just about done here. I'm just making sure that I actually get the public distribution of the game updated. Oh, if you think that's all about the clickety clacks, I'm not even using like my my mechanical keyboard. That's like 6 times louder. I don't use the mechanical keyboard on stream as purely like an act of mercy. But when I can, I love the clickety clacks. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Okay. Whoop. Here we go. The clickety clacks. This is download and executable. Okay. And that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Save. Okay. So the Undead Invasion update should allow you to download it. We've got the upgraded stuff on here. Got into origami because the noises of folding and increasing were so nice on my autistic eardrums. Alright, let's make sure the updated public distribution... Whoops. Nope, did not want to go to continue. I wanted to go to new game, so I could make sure I could grab my debug item. Okay. Yep, okay, so the debug item is there. We will test it to make sure it works by putting in one of the codes that we used today. Okay. Debug tool added. So we'll add the code 420. Ryu upgraded. Ryu's scales and claws have grown stronger. Okay. So that works. quillquickcard.itch.io/RPG. This is the upgraded, the new version is currently active, available for public play if you want to try this out. If you want to help debug the crafting system, use debug code 236. It'll give you 99 of all the crafting items, except the new Necrid Hearts, which is unfortunate. Okay, it'll give you 99 of almost all of the debug items. It'll activate crafting, and it'll transport you to a place where you can do crafting. If anybody wants to actually painstakingly go through and check all of those. In the meantime, I think that's going to be it for today. Well, it for now, at least. I'm actually going to be streaming again in about 3.5 hours. I'm going to be doing a little bit of Dark Souls. But until then, I'm going to take a break. Thank you all so much for being here. You can find links to my Discord as well as the public distribution of this game down in the description. Of course, it's free. It's going to remain free indefinitely. This is not something I ever intend to directly profit from. And yeah, I think that's all for now. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for contributing to this project. And it is time to make the noise to summon the end of the stream. Wow, 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 wow.